Hello, I am a nerd, and this is Autistic Nerd Reacts to Changeling Lore. I have a video up on my computer, and I will be reacting to official Changeling Lore. Here we go.
You think that a loved one is acting off, and maybe they appear a little different, but you can't quite put your finger on how. You might not immediately suspect a changeling, but some people would. A changeling is a monster, but in human guise.
Basically, in history, changelings were monsters that were replaced with children who... And yeah, changelings were a big part of, like, pagan mythology. And, well, the fact that changelings were often confused for disabled people or people with autism. Let's go again.
Stories of trolls, fairies, elves, witches, and demons taking humans and replacing them with imposters circulate across the globe. The legend of the changeling is uniquely connected to the history of German, Scandinavian, and Celtic cultures.
Let's skip ahead a bit, shall we? I really want to see where this goes. Sorry, there's a creepy ad on the screen. So, some lore about changelings. Lore about changelings is overnight
in a place where fae folk were said to reside. Water could work too. Changelings left on a shoreline or dipped in the water would cause their fae.
Okay, so what they're talking about there is the fact that people suspected of being changelings could be drowned in the water and their fae folk ancestors are meant to come get them. Or they would put them in, or they would be left out overnight, or sometimes the mother would do things ridiculous in the kitchen and the fae folk would have no choice but to call it out. And like, eating issues are a big problem with autistic people. We're only just now learning the scope of these eating issues, which is really scary. So doing something ridiculous in the kitchen, that would provoke an autistic child, and in pre-scientific times, that would mean, yes, there may be a supernatural root cause because we don't know how the universe actually works, so there's no other way to explain it. Let's go a bit forward.
To keep a boy stolen by the fairy queen Titania.
Ooh, the Midsummer Night's Dream.
Some of the growing changeling lore might have been a way for parents to justify their children's unusual behavior or severe illness. Some psychologists argue that attributing children's odd behavior to supernatural causes allowed parents to justify their cruel response toward a disabled, sick, or unruly child, since in their minds, a changeling was a monster and not their own child.
This is something that
century,
actively
the term changeling
scares
might have
me.
referred to a person who is fickle or changed their opinion regularly, rather than a supernatural.
Also, changeling could be a derogatory word for a intellectually stunted human. I don't want to go further into it, but basically what they're saying in that part of the video is that changelings could have been mistaken for disabled children. And as an autistic person, without my parents' support, I probably wouldn't have made it to where I am today. And well, knowing that changelings could be left out overnight in the cold, or even be put on coals, that would be terrifying for someone like me, because I probably would have been thought of as a changeling in those pre-scientific times. So, this is an autistic person reacts to changeling lore. Thank you very much for joining. It's just, alright, let's do one more. Let's go down here.
On a hot shovel, believing it would reveal its true nature. All these horrors in the name of changelings. Not all reported changelings were children. Adults were accused as well.
Ooh.
In 1895, the British Medical Journal reported on a burned corpse found in a shallow grave. The female victim, Bridget Cleary, had been tortured and killed under suspicion of being a changeling. Her family and neighbors all believed...
So yes, it's also adults that were attacked for being changelings, and it's really terrifying because with America right now, you can see how crowd mentality can lead to very, very dangerous things. So, if you think someone's a changeling, if you think someone's replaced your child when really they're just a bit different than you, then yeah, you're going to react a bit severely, and unfortunately, I understand that's a terrifying, horrifying part of the human condition. Thank you for listening to me rant about changelings for a bit. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel. Get us 3 subscribers through this video for a Vegeta video. We are nerds.